Yeah, thanks for that, Brennan. Yes, it is time for our halftime hero, and our halftime hero here on preliminary final day is Ben Kelly, the former Spotswood Premiership player and coach. Hello, Chopper.
How you going, Kev?
Good, good. What are you up to these days?
Just down at Seawise, give Monty a hand, Matthew Montebello on the bench, game days, and not a lot else, a lot of work and kids.
Yes, we've got a couple of your boys here today. One of them's out having a kick somewhere on the ground there, we think.
Yeah, I got behind him, Mum, though.
Mate, your memories of your time when you came to Spotswood, what, back in 2005?
When I got there in 2005, the club hadn't had much success since '95, so I was sort of bumbling along. We sort of bumbled along for 2 more years, my first 2 years, and then Luke Theodore come along. I played with him at Williamstown. And the whole scope of the club changed and the way we train, and he just really transformed the thinking of how to perform and train and all that sort of stuff. So it was and from there the rest is was pretty good.
Benny, we've seen some fantastic grand finals and premierships during your time there as an assistant coach and also as a playing coach against Port Colts. Obviously goes down in history now. Were they some of the toughest games? Those grand finals are fantastic to watch. Were those some of the toughest games you've been involved with?
It's probably nearly tougher playing at Port Colts, to be honest. But they were great. They were sensational. Since '05, when they were probably really up and about, they were, they had a good success. Every game you played against them, they were hard. They were never dirty, but they were just hard and physical and really good team. And I had a lot of respect for them, so it was good.
The names, the Keenans, the Mylans, including obviously yourself, young Will Langlands at the time. I mean, he's in a veteran stage now, I suppose. But what a team! Lukey Theodore, as you mentioned, Keith Harris. It was a good members of that side.
Yeah, it's the old thing, the old adage, when success is there, it sort of, produces and provides and, it grows. So we had kids coming up that were then playing in a successful side rather than, up against it. So they're sort of coming on a forward packet or a flank and, not having to be that key player. So they grow and they watch them train, and then they sort of come in, it was progressive and it was good because we had a lot of country guys as well. So like Mullen, Spud was down from Colac. So we sort of got first bite at then, and then comes down Rowan Couch, come down from Cobden. And then, Brad Waldron, stuff like that. So we just had a really good mix of players, and there's a lot of respect between everyone, and it just helps. When
you took on the coaching, was it a hard squad to coach because of the success that was ingrained into you by that stage?
Yeah, the first year coaching was really hard because we had a really good side. And it was sort of like I was on a bit of a hide to nothing if we, won or lost. So fortunately we won, which is pretty controversial grand final, but they don't say that in the paper. Yeah. And then the next year, I thought, it was really, at least the team changed around, Keenan left, and, we really had to change it up and just learn a new way to win. And that's when Dumbledon, Noy, Elliot Wood and these guys come along who had been getting there 5 and 6 games the previous 2 years, so they had the experience, and then they're at the big dance and they performed. So that was probably my proudest premiership of all of them, other than the first one as well. But just as a coach, it was my proudest one, yeah.
Just on that, Benny, you played the game hard, you played the game fair. I mean, you're a ball winner, midfield player, not probably over and out with speed, but you won a lot of the football. Did that continue into your coaching? Because it seemed you coached the same way. You coached honest, genuine. I mean, you called it a spade a spade. If they didn't toe the line, they weren't in the side.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It was very simple. Because I grew up in Gippsland, small town, and you start playing from. I remember sitting on the bench when I was 5 years old to, whenever and just listening and soaking stuff in. Yeah. So I knew respect was huge, and I knew that if it wasn't there, you didn't win. So I just demanded it. If you didn't want to be part of it, you didn't want to do certain things. Obviously, there's a few unique characters that come through your club. You just got to manage that the best you can, because at the end of the day, you want to win as well. So it's tricky.
They talk about coach killers. Did you have one at Spotswood? Coach
killers. I could not stand forward handballing. It drives me absolutely crazy. So much more space at the back, and you can set up easier. You handball forward, and you put so much pressure. Although it's an easier handball, you put so much pressure on the person in front of you. It's like you're in a bit of trouble. Oh, I'll handball forward. And it's driving me crazy. And the fact that I was always at the back as well was pretty handy.
Did you are you keen to get back into the coaching game? I mean, obviously with a young family at the moment, it's a bit hard time wise and that. And as you mentioned, over at Woolly Seawise at the moment, helping Matty Montebello. But by yourself, whether it be back hopefully into this competition, back involved.
To be honest, don't know. My eldest boy's 7 now, so probably started to get some junior coaching somewhere. Yeah. But it's just my time with Monty. It's been fantastic because I sort of don't have a lot of time during the week to train, like to be at training and stuff. So get there match day and sort of control the back line, a little bit of the forward line, and then go home.
Now you're only 2 years away from the first 10-year premiership reunion. That's going to be pretty special. Those couple of years in a row.
Oh, definitely. The first one.
They were a good bunch off the field, weren't they?
Yeah, we were. It was a really just some characters like Mangan and Ray Jensen and Benny Harris wasn't there, but Luke Theodore, Slugger, Brent Soleil, he was probably the one that was there the longest and had no success, so it was sort of good to get him a bit of a fairy tale. But yeah, it's a really good mix, and it's sort of, you think of all the players going through, and they sort of melt into one team. 07, especially 07 and 08. And then 09 we've got a bit younger. But no, that's good.
That'd be good.
And just one you mentioned, always, apart from playing in those grand finals against Colts, the hardest one, playing them over at Colts is always tough over there. And after a premiership win on the Monday morning, you don't go over to Port Colts to the pub to have a beer with them. That's another good lesson learned, I think, for a few of the boys.
Yeah, definitely next premiership I win against Colts. So probably, no, that was all right. Nothing than that.
You had to bring that up, didn't you, Tomsy? You're a half-time hero, Chopper. It's fantastic to get the opportunity to catch up with you, and good to see you still involved in footy, mate.
No worries. Thanks, Kev. Thanks, Tomsy.
Good stuff.